Yay, YouTube! Today's episode is What's on the Table Today? 2006 Chrysler 300 no start. This vehicle was at two different dealerships with a no start condition. The customer got in contact with me from another person because that person, he spoke with that person, and that person said, hey, I know a guy that knows those Dodge products very well. So it was at two different dealerships, like I said, and it was a no start condition. Everything was checked 2 times by a dealership. All right. So what I did, I pulled a wiring schematic for that vehicle, printed it out, and I highlighted the systems with different colors. The vehicle had been taken apart so many times before I got the vehicle, so I put everything back together in its original position. Its OEM spots, the harness, the clips, everything. Okay. So I took the wiring diagram and I worked it backwards, eliminating stuff that was in the, eliminating stuff good, checking ohms, checking voltage, checking the switch, fuse box, making sure power was going everywhere it needed to go. Okay. So I get to the point where this is in the system that I need to check. This is the ignition switch for those year Chryslers. They had a peg key in that year. So what I did, I removed the ignition switch, put it on the table, put my magnifying glass on it, and started going over the different spots in the back of the ignition switch. Now, if you look at this and these contacts right here, if you look at the solder on these contacts, they're beautiful, flow right, standing correctly, and everything. But now, if you move over to here and look at this solder contact points, you can see they're heated. That board has heat to it. So what I found out that the ignition switch heated up, and the contacts right here probably made a faulty concern on this side of the board, where when you turn the key, it never made contact because the part that's behind here, the heat got to it and probably was bad. So what I found out, that these points are actually starter connection points in a switch that's on this side of the board. And what else I find out that they'll bring 3 wires in from a remote starter and put it here. This vehicle didn't have a remote start on it, but what I found out also, that they'll put, back then in 2005, 2006, this was the way to apply your remote start to this vehicle, that you would put the 3 wires from that remote start to start this vehicle up, because this vehicle had a peg key. All right. So I bought 2 new keys for his vehicle, and I bought a new ignition switch. This is the part for the ignition switch. So I got the ignition switch, installed the ignition switch, and I programmed everything to his vehicle. Booyah! And the vehicle started up. So if you have a 2005, 2006, probably I I mean, did they run that key? They probably ran that key to maybe 2012, 9 to 12. I'm not 100% sure. Just look at this. If you're having a no start condition, check this out. You may have the same issue. I'm glad I was able to locate the concern on a vehicle and repair the vehicle with a timely fashion, because this vehicle was the guy's everyday vehicle. He drives this vehicle 120 miles a day, 61 way, and he was driving his Escalade at the time, and that gas was killing him. And I think this car was in the shop maybe 5.5 months. So I'm glad I was able to repair it. And then he said there was a couple of more issues with the vehicle that he was going to have the dealership checked out once they got it started. Since the vehicle was here, he asked me to check it out. What I found out, his AC wasn't working, the door locks wasn't working. What I found out, it was corrosion in this harness. It was corrosion in this harness, making the AC not working, bad connection, because once I unplugged it from the front fuse box, also called the tipping module, in the terminals, the pins from the tipping module stayed in here, which made it a bad connection, which made it the pins pull out, because this vehicle had heavy corrosion. If you can see, hopefully I can get you a good pic of it. If you can see, I don't know if it's picking it up, that is corrosion on these terminals. So to replace a whole engine harness, the engine harness was like anywhere from $1,500 to almost $2,000 for an engine harness. And I was able to locate these harness with pigtails for I think $639 a piece, and I soldered them into the main harness, weather packed the whole harness back up, AC, door locks, and driver windows started back working. Thanks YouTube, thanks for checking out my videos. I'm looking for new subscribers daily. I'm looking for comments. Give me a thumbs up. Check out my other videos on my channel. Really trying to push and grow this channel. This channel will evolve so much. Thanks YouTube. Enjoy your day and have a great weekend. Fleet Cat, and we out.